Hey, what's up guys, Jed here. How can you make intermittent fasting work even faster? Good question. Let's talk about it. But before we get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that you stay up to date whenever I post a new video. I got 3 tips for you today, starting with the first tip, which is to shorten your eating window. People typically have an eating window of 8 hours, which is fine, and it works, but if you lower that by just a smidge, you're going to see results even quicker, and the reasoning behind that is simply because you're going to be having less meals. Sure, this small change might seem a little difficult because of the fact that you're going to be having a longer fast, but if you continue to drink water, as well as time your meals evenly throughout your eating window, then doing this should be pretty easy. I personally follow 19-5, which is where I have a 5-hour eating window and I fast for 19 hours. That for me has given me the best results. Moving on to my second tip, move your eating window closer towards the afternoon and the evening. Like I said earlier, I follow a 19-5 schedule and I have my first meal at 12 p.m. and my last meal at 5 p.m. And I have a total of 3 meals during my eating window. So there are 2 main reasons as to why moving your eating window closer towards the afternoon and the evening is much more effective. The first reason is when you have a shorter eating window, if you were to start eating in the morning, then that obviously means that the earlier your eating window ends. So for example, let's say you decided to do 19-5 just like me and decided to eat around 8 a.m. That would mean that your eating window ends at 1 p.m. That means you can't eat anything from 1 p.m. until the next day. There's nothing wrong with that, but unless you can handle letting go of food a little earlier than you normally do, you're gonna have a pretty hard time doing this. That's why I believe that moving your eating window closer towards the afternoon is a lot better. The second reason is when you shorten your eating window, it's a lot easier to eat less and to stay in a caloric deficit just because of how getting hungry and feeling full works. For example, let's say I had my first meal at 12 p.m. and it was a pretty big, delicious meal. So if you ate well, like me for example, that meal alone is going to keep me full for a good 2.5 to 3 hours. And if you do the math, my next meal would be around 2:30 to 3 p.m., which leaves me with only 2 hours left for my eating window. Are you starting to see why having a shorter eating window works? And tip number 3, do some cardio. It doesn't have to be anything intense. You can just go for a walk for about 10 to 15 minutes a day and you're good to go. That's really all you need. But of course, it's not a requirement. So there you have it guys. Those are my 3 tips on how to make intermittent fasting work faster. If you guys are interested in learning more about weight loss, be sure to check out my last video where I talk about if you should count calories or just eat healthy. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and tap that notification bell so that you never miss out on any future videos. Also, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below letting me know which tip did you like the most. And with that said, I will see you guys next time.